Hi guys and welcome to the video. So today I thought I'd go over top 10 mistakes I made when I first started training and how to avoid them. So tip number one is not training legs. So it's important to train legs because it releases more testosterone in your body, and also you don't want to look like a triangle where you've got a big upper body and small legs. Trust me, it doesn't look good. Tip number two, not bulking for long enough. So I used to bulk for about 5 to 6 months and then cut down for the summer and stay lean until I started bulking again. Well, I realized this was a big mistake, so this year I'm trying out to bulk for a year and then cut down for about 4 to 5 months and then repeat the process again, rather than bulking for about 5 months, not putting on a lot of size and then cutting down again. It's a huge waste of time, so I do recommend bulking for a lot longer and you'll change your physique a lot more when you shred down. Tip number three is not tracking your macros. So you want to make sure that you track your carbs, proteins, fats and calories so you know how much you're taking in, and your body has a certain requirement for all of these three, and you want to make sure that you're hitting your carbs, protein and fats, and you want to be in a calorie surplus to gain muscle, or you want to be in a calorie deficit to lose fat and shred down. My fourth mistake that I made was not training abs when you're bulking and only training abs when you're cutting. This is a big mistake because your abs are an important muscle and they'll only grow when you're in a calorie surplus, just the same as any other muscle. So if you're cutting down and training your abs, they're not going to grow and it'll be a huge waste of time. So I do recommend training abs when you're bulking and when you're cutting. So the fifth mistake that I have made that you should avoid is making sure that your sleep, training and diet is on point, because if one of these is off, you're not going to grow. So I used to have my training on point and my sleep on point, but because my diet wasn't on point and I wasn't taking in enough calories to grow, I stayed the same for a long period of time. And then I did start focusing on my diet and sleep, but then my training was off, and the same again, I didn't grow, because all of these work together to make your body change. So make sure that all three of these things are on point. The sixth mistake I made was not changing my training routine round. I used to have a muscle group that I would train every day of the week apart from Sunday when I had a rest day. Sometimes I didn't even get a rest day, and that's not good. So the problem is with this, I was doing it for years and I didn't change my routine round and my body got used to it and didn't grow. So what I've recently started to do this year is do push-pull legs. So you're completely changing your training routine, the days you train, and this shocks the muscle and helps it to grow. If you don't change your routine round and you keep it the same, your body is just going to adapt to what you're doing to it now, and it's not going to change. On push-pull legs for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd be doing barbell exercises and cable exercises, and then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I would be changing them around to having some dumbbell exercises, some cable exercises, and just mixing it up so your body is not doing the same, it's not doing the same exercise, it's not doing the same reps, it's making the muscle grow. My seventh biggest mistake is when I first started training, I used to rely on supplements way too much. So you've obviously heard this a million times, but food is definitely the best way to go. And if you're struggling to get calories in, take some peanut butter or milk, and that's got loads of calories in, it's healthy for you. I mean, I'm not saying don't take supplements, because I do use protein, creatine and amino acids, but these are the essential supplements that do work. So I do recommend, if you want to take them, you can take them, and also a pre-workout. That'll help your workouts, fuel your workouts and make the most out of your workout. But I wouldn't recommend taking any of these other supplements you see on the market. They're just a gimmick, they don't work, they just want your money, and you'll be better off just sticking to whole foods and doing it the right way. Tip 8 is not doing correct form, and this is by far the most important thing if you're going to the gym and trying to change your body. You don't want to injure yourself. If you do, then you might be off training for months. you could create yourself a long-lasting problem that will stick with you for the rest of your training days, like an injured back that will always come back to you when you go to train back or legs. So make sure that your form is good. To make sure that your form is correct, you can either ask people in the gym to spot you and make sure you're doing it right. You can either get a personal trainer, or you can go on YouTube and watch the videos on how to do correct form so you can correct this. Make sure your form is on point. So number 9, the mistake I made for so many years, and I've only started to correct it now, is making sure to warm up and stretch every day before my workout. Now this is so important, because if you stretch and you warm up before you work out, your muscles will be able to handle so much more of a workload, and they'll be able to stretch a lot more, and you'll be able to be a lot more flexible in your workout. And you don't want to be stiff and tight on your muscles because you're more at risk for injury. So making sure that you stretch and warm up will assure you that you'll get a good workout. So my 10th mistake that I've made over the years is when I first started training, I wouldn't have a cheat meal in the week, and then a couple of weeks later I would binge on a lot of unhealthy foods, especially when dieting, and this is so not good for you. So what I do recommend is have a cheat meal once a week, something that you enjoy and something that's going to keep you on track with your diet. It's okay to have a little cheat meal, do some extra cardio that day, and it's not going to hinder your fat loss when you're dieting. It's going to help you, if anything. So don't avoid cheat meals, because you will end up creating yourself a bigger problem. So guys, those are the top 10 mistakes that I made as a beginner and how you can avoid them. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and more good stuff coming soon. So don't forget to give me a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.